Shabbat Shalom. Uh, just wanted to come and visit with you all. Turn that down, guys. Just wanted to come and visit with you all and see how you all plan to end out. Hold on, let me turn this up. How you all plan to end out your Feast of Unleavened Bread. We, we're, y'all willing, gonna try to go to this park. There's this park that's not too far here in Colorado Springs. Well, it's like 45 minutes away, I guess you'd say. And it's really nice where we could like sit down, we go over some scriptures and like enjoy being outside and you know, in Yah's nature and things like that. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse. We were up till I guess it wasn't too late. The first night we were up until like 1 something, maybe like I don't know, close to 2 o'clock. But last night we actually left Sean and Tina's about around 10 something, so we fell asleep maybe like around 11 something. So but from laughing and just enjoying ourselves, screaming at the racetracks, that was fun. That was lots of fun. You be careful. That was lots of fun, going to the racetracks. And the children really enjoyed it. We really enjoyed watching them. That was Texas' first time doing that, so we really enjoyed it. But anyway, I just wanted to see what you all were going to be doing for the Shabbat, for the last day. Did you have any plans on doing something special? Like I know some people did, like I know the Ark, like Hulda and Yoshiyahu, I think on their last Shabbat, they were at like a lake and they did like baptisms and stuff like that. So I just wondered like what everybody else was doing, like all of our subscribers. Another thing I wanted to tell you all is that the Genesis Mishpachah has been, I guess you would say, pretty active for like about a year now, the page. And so just like a little tidbit, we're growing. And so we have like one more subscriber before we reach 400. So I don't know, I'm kind of, you know, praying and asking the Most High what I should do as far as doing something special for like the 400 subscriber or something like that. I don't know, maybe some scriptures or something like that, mail it to them, or I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think is a good idea for something like that when you're reaching like benchmarks. I think that would be kind of cool to do something like that. But anyway, I hope you all get in those scriptures today. I would definitely do like a song or something for you all this morning just to close out. But maybe a little bit later, I'm not sure. Because like I said, I'm like super hoarse right now and I don't know how well that will work out. But just, you know, I hope you all have been enjoying it. If it's been your first time keeping the feast days, definitely comment below and let me know how that's been working out and how you feel like, you know, maybe next year you're going to do something a little different, or if you've learned something from some other Hebrews to help you to be able to celebrate the feast days better. What knowledge you came into, what some things you didn't know, you know, let's just share with one another, definitely in the comment section. Or if you have a YouTube page, maybe share your experience of keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread and Pesach for the first time. I know last year was our first time keeping it, and we kept it in California. We went to California and did it with the Ark and got a chance to fellowship with Sister Hulda and Brother Yoshiyahu, and it was really amazing. The people were amazing. The fellowship was amazing. So I'm pretty sure this year they had an amazing time as well. So, this year was a little different for us because it was a smaller, you know, crowd and we were home, but it made it so intimate. So I really love that. I really love that we were able to kind of experience being at home, and then like, okay, well, as soon as you finish eating, you would leave, you know, your home. So it was kind of like, you know, it made it to where it was a little more intimate for us to be home, just a small setting with the family. But we definitely missed being with our brothers and sisters out there. Just really enjoyed our time last year. But this year we still did some little things. We just kind of stayed in the area, didn't make the big long trip. but we did kind of stay in the area because Colorado Springs is only like 2 hours away from our house. So we just made the drive and came up here to spend some time with some family, and it's been well worth it. So yeah, I just, this year was a different experience, but it was still an amazing experience. Yes, yes it is. Yes, ma'am. That's what's up, Tina. Shalom, shalom. By the way, Shabbat Shalom. And yes, and then we'll have Shavuot, because we start doing like the counting of the Omer. Excuse me, but maybe I'll come back and share that with you guys on how we do it, because I know like a lot of people do things differently, but it should be like 50 weeks, I believe, or something like that. Is it, babe? I can't remember, but I can't remember right off the top of my head, but we could definitely go to the scriptures and find that. But I actually have my scriptures in the car right now. I need to get them. And maybe I'll come back like a little bit later and share that with you, so we can just kind of like read it together, I guess, and see, because I know, but it's like not solid, because like I said, this is only our second year keeping the feast days, and like over time you learn do's and don'ts sometimes, so we kind of like err on the side of caution for like a lot of things. Like last year we followed the dark moon for the feast days. Like we watched the dark moon and we counted that from our first day of the month. But this year we decided, well, not we decided, but the Most High kind of showed us some things in the scripture where it stood out a little bit more, where we understood about the first light. It's just that a lot of people say sliver, and that just makes it sound rabbinical, or it makes it sound like it's something Jewish or like something somebody made up. But if you look in the scriptures, it does tell you that at first light, that's when she's new. And I know some people, I noticed, I don't know what group that is, but one of these groups actually keeps the feast days at the end. Like they look at the last light of the moon, and that's their first day of the month. So I don't know how they get that or where they find that in the scriptures, but hey, I'm just happy that our people are trying to keep the feast days and trying their best to be live righteous lives and substituting, as long as you're not doing like auctioning off women and doing stuff like that, because that is crazy. I have seen some crazy like Pesach videos, but as long as you're not doing things like that is against what the Most High wants you to do, you're keeping it Kodesh, which is the whole point, and remembering, because we can't do it exactly the way it was done, in the land, or even when we were, in the wilderness, because we have different circumstances. And, it is a different circumstance because we have the HaMashiach now. So anyway, we just did things, a little different this year, and we just really enjoyed it. But at the same time, like we said, we really missed our family too, doing it with the Ark. Just because, you get to, recap with one another about what's been going on in the year, like what the changes are. Oh, that's another thing. There's been so many changes from the last Pesach. It'll be in April. It'll be a year that we've been living off grid. And when I say off-grid, I'm meaning like on solar and things like that, because we do have internet. So I know some people are like, well, you're not completely off-grid because you do have internet. We do have internet. Or I wouldn't be able to do, what we're doing. And most people off-grid do have some form of internet if they do YouTube. So, yeah, but that is pretty much all we have is that, and happy birthday. I don't know why that comment keeps coming up, but it could just be like maybe my live is not going well. I'm not sure, but it did say the hotel internet's not the best, so I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out, like I said, all the things that have changed, because like I said, we've been in the house for a year in April, and then we've done some other things too. I'm trying to think, like there's some other stuff that I've been doing longer. Well, we've been in the way now like almost 2 years. Well, it'll be 2 years here soon, or it is 2 years already. like keeping the Shabbat and stuff like that. But last year was our first time like keeping the feast days, so that was kind of, you know, awesome. And we kind of have like a different story with that, because we learned that to keep the Bible, like to you know, follow the Bible from beginning to end before we found out that we were Hebrews. So it kind of, for us, it stuck. Like whether or not we were the people, we knew that there were some things that we needed to change in our lives, because it wasn't lining up with what the scripture said. And when you start having those kind of questions, it's just life-changing. And so, you know, the difference between like keeping Christmas and Easter and all those things, you too, sis. You enjoy your day as well, Sister Tina. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your Shabbat. Make sure you have some time with the Most High, and when He's speaking to us, and, you know, things like that. Definitely, most definitely, you know, engage with the Most High. But like I said, yeah, there's been a lot of changes, because just simply, like I said, simply because we're I don't know why my phone keeps doing that flashing thing, but just because we're not doing all those other things anymore. We're not doing Christmas and Easter, and so it's been different for the children. Like even like, you know, keeping Pesach and doing like Feast of Dedications and Shavuot and things like that. It does give them something to look forward to, because you can't like strip children or strip anybody really from everything and not fill that space back up with something. So it can either be filled back up with something negative, or it can be filled back up with something positive. And so, you know, of course, we want to fill our children up with the scriptures. You know, when we remove the worldly things, we want to put back in, you know, what the scriptures say. A prime example was yesterday, Texas, and that does show like some growth. Even with the children, I've noticed a lot of growth with them and things that they will do and won't do. And Texas said, "Oh, I like being lazy," you know, just like things that children say. And I said, "Texas, that's against the scriptures to be lazy." And he goes, "Show me." And so I asked Dawid if he could pull up, you know, the scriptures about being lazy or slothful and things like that. And he took him to we went to Proverbs, and then there was definitely other scriptures. James, that's right, James.
Well, they'll tell you, they know it.
Yeah. And so it was James. He took us to James, and we read there. And then also in Proverbs. So it was like, you know, we had more than one witness to show you that being lazy is like definitely not of the Most High. They have a lazy, slothful spirit, not really wanting to do anything. You know, it affects your entire life. And so after we said that, he was like, "I don't want to be lazy anymore." So it just kind of shows you, like, as a child, when you show a child something that's error, and then you know, we should be the same way. Like, we should be able to accept that and see it and be like, "Oh, that's wrong, I shouldn't do that," instead of being like, "Well, I don't think the Most High," you know. We start going into what we feel and what we think, instead of just like a child, like just like simple. You know, we read that to him, and he goes, "Oh, I don't want to be lazy anymore." Well, why don't you want to be lazy anymore? Well, because I know now that the Most High doesn't like that. So that's kind of like the same way it was with us for like the keeping Christmas and Easter and all that. We knew that the Most High wasn't pleased with that, but we also wanted to know what we could do. So it's like a lot of times you take away all these things, but then you don't find out what you can do. And so, you know, finding the feast days has been a true blessing for us. We really feel like the Most High, like, is speaking, but trust and believe, Hasatan attacks hardcore during the feast days. We have noticed that from last year and this year. And it's marriages. He attacks marriages during this time. And I don't know what it is. It's almost like he wants you to start your year off really, really bad. Or he wants to, like, destroy the marriage before, you know, the Most High is going to bless your marriage. So I don't know, you know, what it is. But he does that every year, because it was the same way last year. It was little things that people were going through, couples and stuff like that. And it's like we're all connected. And when we know that we're all connected, then that stuff makes sense. All of it makes sense when we know that we're all one body. So, yeah. All right, family. Shalom to the 3 that are watching right now. Definitely make sure you guys hit the like button and share. I'm gonna try to post, y'all willing, the video. I was putting together like a picture video, like how we did last year, of Pesach and unleavened bread combined in the activity, so you guys can see it, you know, snap by snap. So I'm gonna try to, I already put it, you know, in the editor, so I'm gonna try to upload that a little bit later on today. But I just want to make sure that I have enough pictures and have enough things in little snippets of videos added to it before I do that. But anyway, I want to say Shabbat Shalom, and we love you all, and we appreciate every last subscriber, everybody who has come to our channel and said very beautiful words in the comment section. Those of you have been very supportive with the music and me growing with music, and over time you're gonna see that too, a growth, you know, from last year of the things that I did to what I'm doing now. And I'm pretty sure you guys can go back and look at some of the things I was doing. I wasn't really writing, and now, you know, I'm writing because the Most High has just lit a fire. So yeah, I thank you all for doing that, and you all are a blessing in our lives too. I know you come on here and say, oh, you're a jewel or you're a gift, but it's the same way for us. Like, you're giving out energy as well, positive energy towards, you know, the Genesis mission. Yeah, positive vibrations. You guys are giving that to us too. So it's not like we're just putting out and you aren't giving back. Your feedback, you know, the love that you all give, even, you know, when you all come and fellowship with us and ask to come to the land, or, you know, email me. I've built several friendships out of YouTube, and solid ones, like ones that I know that will be lifers, like for life, sisters. Not even friendships, sisters. I've found sisters for life on YouTube. So it's been an awesome experience this year of really going, you know, doing so many things, you know, because this is the first time that we really did something like this with a platform. So, you know, it's been kind of cool, you know, having this year and just being able to look back at, you know, what we did last year versus what we did this year. So yeah, I really appreciate you all. And like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to do for that 400th subscriber, because some people don't make it known that they've subscribed to a channel. So it's like, it's private. So I don't always see when somebody subscribes to the channel. So it'll just, the number will just keep climbing and I won't see who the person is. So prayerfully, this time, whoever that 400th person is, that they, you know, show their name, so then I'll be able to see. But like I said, we're at $3.99 right now, so whoever that 400th person is, I'm not sure what it's gonna be, but it's either gonna be like some scriptures, or I don't know, something. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll figure out something to do for that 400th subscriber who subscribes. All right, we love you all, and Shabbat Shalom. We'll come back later.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.